Hi Earthlings. So the year of the dragon's begun, and I'm going to try again with the old camera thing that we did before, and I'm just going to go through some photos of dragons because I found it interesting. Marduk captured the dragon that came from the sea. Tiamat, the goddess, was pushed up into the heavens. She became the Milky Way, spoken of as Ma'at, Tiamat. Now, let us look at dragons. This is old. Is it kind of clear? This is an old, Middle Ages image of St. George, who kills the dragon. And come on, let's do a clear shot on my dragon. It's going to be great one day when I have like cool devices, but that's not yet. Do you see his little face there? Try and get a close-up of that. And obviously it's all going wrong. There we go. See, it looks like a dog. Isn't that interesting? It's a dog, but on the tip of his nose, it's got like a beak, a little pointy sort of thing there, and that's his tongue. So he's got wings. So I'm sticking to the story of the Dragon of Marduk. Now this one here, in China, back in the 1800s, the fishermen out at sea caught a dragon and in their net, and it suffocated. It was trapped in the net and it suffocated, and they were quite distraught about it. But anyway, before they even got to shore, the government had turned up and they were like, hand over the dragon. And the fishermen were like, dragon? What dragon? It had already rotted and stuff like that. We tossed it overboard. They couldn't find it on board and stuff. So they were like, you're lucky this time. Oh, okay, look, you've got no dragon. But they did have the dragon. And a wealthy Japanese man approached them at some point, and he wanted to beg my pardon. He wanted to buy it, and apparently this is the book. Now this dragon only had 3 claws, so he's Chinese dragon, but not a 5-claw. He's a 3-claw. Now this is a true skull that has been found, and they've like done a artist impression. So it was a true skull that was found. So I'm just gonna. It had all these bony protrusions and a big flat part on the top of the head. This part, and they reckoned that was for bunting, and this set of horns and stuff going around through here. Also notice the little protrusion, the beaky kind of protrusion there. So that was interesting. That is a skull. Whoops, that has been found. And this is another artistic impression, side on, of the creature. They only found the skull, if I remember correctly. Now I'm back to the St. George. And this is a different artist. Same story. And the head is quite small in this one. More like a reptile-ish kind of a little head there. So And then I thought, well, it's reminding me of a seal. The seal does come from the water. And does kind of look like, it does to me. Obviously, I'm going to be painting my dragon this year. And I'm going to make him look a little bit more true to the descriptions that we've actually been given from the ancient sources of what a dragon looked like. Look at those eyes. Now, this is something I found. I'm going back into the Babylonian and Sumer, and he kind of looks like a dog, right? So, and I found this one, which I think is the same dog, and I'd say they tried to kill him. And, I wonder the story, because remember, was the story saying that Marduk ended up killing the dragon? Or is that some sort of a werewolf? Or see how it's got that point on the end of his nose there? Just wondering, what's actually happening. Like, did they, because they mixed the dragon blood, remember I described in the, in the other, one of my old videos. And, that's a dog's hind, isn't it? It's got wings there, you see, that's the back of that's the back, and that's the front. He's telling a story. And it's a story about people with lions' heads. They've got lions' heads there. I think it's back to the story of old how Zeus mucked around in the Garden of Eden there. Anyway, here's our dragon. Mushusu is what they named him, the dragon. Mushusu. Mushusu. So that was the dragon's name, okay? Oops. So this is the boss of the dragon on this old, and I thought this was pretty interesting here. That's the crescent moon. The thing that interests me about this sort of stuff is how it ties in with the Hindu religion. Anyway, let us go back. And now I found this is supposed to be apparently, perhaps, Mushusu. And perhaps Mushusu only got a short tail in this one. But this I thought was pretty cool. I think it's more an artistic impression from following how they described it with the tail of the scorpion sting. And they did the horns different, you see there. Gave him like that. But look at the seal's face. It does look like a seal. Bearded seal. And the front paws and the rear paws are all the same, but in the story the front paws were the lion, the back paws were the claws of a dragon, claws of an eagle. So I found this. It's called cockatrice. In the legends of Hellenistic and Roman times, a small serpent, possibly the Egyptian cobra, known as basilikos, kinglet, and credited with the powers of destroying all animal and vegetable life by its mere look or breath. Only the weasel, which secreted a venom deadly to the cockatrice, was safe from its powers. So perhaps Yahweh is a cockatrice. And this is an image of what they say the cockatrice looks like. And you'll notice it's got the wings. Probably a little bit more like the Quetzalcoatl image. Now this is the progression of the what they reckoned that Mushusu was. It was like a cat, and it's got scales. Its head's a bit different, and then it's like got the front legs of the cat, but it's got the back legs of the eagle, and we've got a different thing. It grew some horns and all this, and this is the progression over the years. And then it's got that circlet over the horns, and now it's got wings. It's got better looking, kind of like the bird's talons and things. And then down to our what have I lost? Down to our picture that we have with Enki. With Marduk. And of course his name. Oops. Now. There we go. And as you see here, he's got more of a little fish's tail because he came out from the ocean as a sea dragon. And always a couple of nice looking bulls because I thought they were gorgeous. This is the Ishtar wall in Babylon that they took from Babylon and put in Germany. Remembering that Germany is also where the tribe of the Germani, German ANII, and they are a tribe of people that came from the Mesopotamia, which is the land in between the two rivers of the Tigris and the Euphrates. They were transported there at some point to Germany. Here's a big story about them. They're the Aryans. They call them Aryans as well. Let's see if I can. Maybe I'll do it this way. And then go like this. When that's the stinger. Then we've got the claws of the talons of the eagle, and we've got the feet of the lion. And he's sort of looking kind of snaky, reptilian, a bit more reptilian now. Not so much like a seal anymore. But in that area of Babylon and things, you don't get seals up there, do you? So he got a bit more of a snaky kind of look going on, you see. But still we've got the variant here with the lion's feet at the front and the bird's claws at the back. It's just a close-up. I thought that was pretty cool drawing of Mushusu, a dragon, that Marduk. Now, here's a interesting one. I'm not sure who's on what's going on with this one, but it's one of the gods there. We've got the crescent moon, I think, and probably Venus, or it could be Saturn. It's hard to say because they've got a story about the both, and these 7 is the Pleiades, and then got someone pointing their finger, and then we got the Marduk is this person here. Just see if I can get some focus on that. Here we go. And try a bit of this. Knocking around on me, isn't it? And just try to drop it down and then lift it up and see we've got our Mushusu, and we've got, this must be Marduk on top of it there. So yes, and we've got this little emblem up here. You'll notice that through history a lot, of course, you might recognize it in Egyptian as well, also Zoroastrian, which is the religion of the people of Akkad, and also the people of Adam. Of Abraham. Yeah. Now let's see what we got. Okay, so in the Japanese story, it says the body of a clam. So I found this one. I'm like, oh, now I understand.